Why Can't We Live Together is a compilation of everyone's journey. Josephine's journey, the rest of the crew from the project, the training course, and my journey as well. Hope that you enjoy the journey. Sit back and relax.
Hello, crazy cat lady. Would you like to hear a story?
Okay, let's hear what you've got.
Don't you want me to buy something first?
Not necessary. I'm always into a good story. Anyway, I have my regulars that pay me.
Have you ever asked yourself the question, why can't we all live together?
Well, as it happens, I have.
I was invited to join a project called Why Can't We All Live Together? It's based on Erasmus Plus.
Well, get on with it then. My ovaries aren't getting any younger, you know.
Well, to cut a long story short, I was originally born in Portugal, then I moved to Wrocław, and then a friend of mine called me and said, why don't you do a project in Portugal? And I thought, oh, a good chance to return home, wonderful. And that's where my story begins.
I hope it's not a long story, child, because I've got to close my stall in about 5 minutes, so get a move on, chop chop.
Well, as you can see, the journey starts from Wrocław in Poland, does a little detour via Warsaw, and then it heads straight out to Lisbon.
Would you like to order something from the cart, madam? Snacks, beverage?
No thanks, I'm just really nervous right now. I haven't been back to Portugal in years.
If you don't mind me asking, madam, what's your purpose in Portugal?
I'm going on the Erasmus Plus project.
But I thought those things were supposed to be great fun. So why are you nervous?
The theme is, why can't we all live together? So I suppose it's about conflict in different parts of the world and why people just can't get along.
So, I suppose that involves most of the world then?
Not really, just places like Lebanon and Egypt and Palestine and Portugal, Ukraine, Poland, just to name a few.
Well, I hope you enjoy your flight and your journey, madam. I'm sure everything will be fine. Don't worry. If you need anything else, please ask for me personally. I will try and help you to the best of my ability.
Oh, thank you very much. You're so kind. I will try my best. And if we meet each other again sometime, I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, so here we go. The journey starts with me at the airport, then me going on to meet Ben in Warsaw, and then the travel for me and Ben spending the day in Lisbon and just kind of reconnecting after our previous trips together. Day one is quite a funky day in the whole business of the beginning. I think it was fantastic that Ben really showed me his experience of Lisbon, the opportunity for me to see this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful, architecturally magnificent city. I really, really thank him from the bottom of my heart to show me this fascinating place and the opportunity to get in there. This day for me was the start of everything. because it gave us an opportunity to kind of really begin to gel, begin to speak to each other on our journeys to the cafeteria, on our journeys to the cafe, our journeys to the restaurant. And it was just so wonderful just to meet these people first time, to get used to each other, and also get used to this beautiful place, Castello De Vide. It was a wonderful place, an area to really get to discover, to find out the environment, to really embrace the environment. And Altino with his program, I think it was a wonderful opportunity, a wonderful just to get a sense of the wonder of this place. I felt really honored that I had this opportunity to work with so many wonderful people from regions that have experienced conflict and continue to experience some form of conflict or resistance, to have them open up, to share their passion, to share their challenges, to share their thoughts and ideas about how their world should be.
So,
this day gave me a real opportunity to get to know people one-to-one. There are some people that you connect with automatically. Others, it takes a little bit more time too. But there are certain people that you just have that affinity to. You just gravitate towards. And I had a whole lot of fun really finding out who these people are. This part where we talked about people having troubles, the Chinese guy that had the problems in China and we couldn't show his identity and everything like that. I get that. That was powerful for me. The maps really helped because it gave us an opportunity to see the environment that we were living in for the next 10 days, to get to have an opportunity to see these wonderful places. And there's Altino's program again. It was a long time in the making, but we got there eventually. He has a really unique style in presenting things. And I don't think it really bothered people that there wasn't an official program. Ben and I had a conversation before and I said, Ben, give me the program. And he says, yeah, well, they're kind of working on it right now to share it with everyone. So at that point, it didn't really bother me that there wasn't a official program prior to getting there. And there's Flip Flop Man, the man himself. And of course, we needed our technology, so the router, password, and everything else was indeed fantastic. It was. So Altino's a character, really, really, and Cammy. It's like Batman and Robin. I'm not gonna say who's Batman and who's Robin, but as I said before, there were the activities, the warm-up activities where we were doing some really crazy things, the chair walking, the chair balancing, and this one, the drawing on the back. And that was fun for me. I thought, what is this about? But when you kind of see what's going on, it was wonderful just to have everyone really get into it, the spirit getting into it. Me and Ben, we have a special bond, special relationship. Two guys from the north of England representing Poland. How bizarre is that? Okay, International Evening. International Evening was special because you get to see how people want to represent themselves. The build-up to this was quite ordinary because a lot of people already had their stuff together. They just needed some time to prepare everything. And during the daytime, everyone was just going about their normal business. This was a section where a lot of people were thinking about sharing their challenges. and from their own regions, from their own countries. And look at this room was wonderful because all the instruments on the wall. As a musician, I found this fascinating. I just wanted to pick one of those things off the wall and do something. Oh, there he is again. Flip-flop man. I'm gonna have to do a special story, some kind of animation regarding Flip-flop man. How I'm going to build these characters, I don't know, but it's something. It's a work in progress. Everyone getting together and working. Ben with his tablet, drawing and sketching all the time was wonderful. These when we went out for our little snacks, this was wonderful. How we all got together, and doesn't matter where you're from, we're eating the same food. Some people kind of went into the food a lot, but for the rest of us, it was like, how much could we eat? That was the problem. How much could we eat? And were you able to continue for the rest of the day having a full stomach and just wanted to lie down and sleep? But I think one thing for me was the opportunity to rest, to get some energy back after a long day's work. And it was warm. It was warm in there, but it was cooler than I thought. It was cooler here than back in Poland. So again, here we are with the preparations for the international evening. This was absolutely wonderful. The clothes, the undress, Palestine. Never knew a lot about Palestine before, but I certainly do now. And the Portuguese beverages were amazing. Bulgarians brought some really cool stuff as well. And there's some, yes, the Arabic dancing was wonderful. I couldn't get into it myself, but because I don't have the dancing skills. But I think this was the Georgian one. I'm not sure, with the handkerchief on the floor. Well, some guy has to pick it up. But that was wonderful. Some people have some talent on display. The dancing was quite unique, and even our imperialist leaders were getting into the groove, as you can see. It was so funky. Even though it says day 5 here, I wanted to continue because I think some people were still feeling the after effects of the international evening. So it only seemed right to extend it into the following day. So as you can see, the sweets were wonderful. I still have some of the Ukrainian sweets. No, the Lebanese sweets. Yeah, they were wonderful. And as you can see there, some people bonded magnificently. As you can see, me and my red stuff, my Polish red stuff. It was wonderful. Some really, really, truly beautiful, amazing people. There's me scratching my head, wondering, where do I go next for some food? That was my only problem. Where do I go next? Do I stick at the Lebanese table or the Egyptian table, or do I move over to Bulgaria to try something? There again, we're just hashing back to. I brought this back because the handing out of the map and the program. Oh, this guy was really cool. This guy who did the sketches, he was quite amazing. I don't show mine in this sequence, but I think that guy was quite amazing. Really, thoroughly enjoyed it. Some of that food was to die for, seriously. But the post-its got used to great effect. Their post-its got used to great effect. Me and Ben, as you can see there, we did some preparations. There was deep thought in our preparation. The place is where our leaders chose for us to relax were quite unique. We recycled over 3 cafes that were next door to each other, but it was fantastic. The people. This is another project that it was shared on WhatsApp, and I mean, this is quite funky. I'm not sure if this is Portuguese. I think it is, but the sharing of this was quite fantastic. And then we're getting back to this funky dancing. Oh my God, the dancing was so cool. I really enjoyed it. Very, very much. We're rehashing back to our imperialist leaders doing their funky thing. It was so good, like in New York. It was so good I had to put it in twice. But yeah, for for me, this was wonderful. this is where we started getting into entertainment or territory, should I say. We were doing lots of activities, our own activities, where it's not that we were bored. No, never could say that. I could never say we were bored. There was always something going on, whether it was the training team generating activities or us doing it ourselves. I added a lot of content here by the people that have participated. Mainly, not because I didn't have content, I did have a lot of content, but people had so many beautiful pictures and videos to share that I just couldn't ignore the wealth of content. Again, this is people really showing their artistic side. A couple of photographers were with us and they took some really amazing shots. I had pictures, as I said before, I had pictures and video, but the way some people captured this isn't just about my journey. This is about other people's journeys as well. Their interpretation of how they saw this. It was through their lens. I particularly like this next bit, the logos. We worked hard on several different logos to represent the idea of why. And I think the hard work that went into this, I mean, they look pretty straightforward, and some would say they look really simple. But simplicity, the minimalism is sometimes all that is needed. You don't need something that's flashy and complicated, just something that does the message. And some videos that people shot, they were straightforward, but they kind of captured the essence of what we were doing, our journey, going up and down the hills, a lot of writing, a lot of content generation, up and down some more hills, relaxing in a cafe, getting a moment's break. When some people chill, they do it in style. This is the journey back, the bus ride across. That was beautiful. That was the waves goodbye. Me and Ben traveling to our hotel for our final night. This place was amazing, really. I had to walk through here several times just to kind of get an idea of, is this real? Really? Is this location real? It's the biggest room I have been in. I've been in 5-star hotels, seriously, in Saudi Arabia, but this place was unreal. Beautiful view, me and Flip Flop Man overlooking a sports venue, having a little bit of a beer together on our final night, relaxing. Ben reading a book. He's always doing something. But this place, the little marble, the little ceramic tiles, this was something totally different. We were in the room 10 seconds. Someone knocked at the door and gave us some drinks. It was fantastic. A thoroughly wonderful experience. And this is the little flashback to us going down to the bus. I know it kind of seems out of sequence, but we're kind of looking at it, the journey outwards from different people's point of view. The previous one was mine and Ben's, then someone else's, and this is where we met up for our last meal, because we went, dropped our cases off, went back into town, met everyone for something to eat, and that was the empty place afterwards. But some people still had strong spirits. Some people went boating and on the river. It was wonderful. Flip Flop Man and me with beer in hand. It's like the Last Supper. This is my bit, the journey home. Pleasant flights. Yes, Fernando Torres, Poland's new manager. Met him on the plane from Lisbon to Warsaw. Fantastic experience to meet that guy and have a selfie with him. It was a beautiful flight. Coming back, I actually got a window seat, which was wonderful, and this was coming into Warsaw Airport, and smooth landing. One of our guys was ill, bless his cotton socks, kidney problems. But fingers crossed he's okay now. And he did mention that everything was back. People getting back home. God knows what that lemon, this situation. That's me back in Wrocław. That's me collecting the bags. Someone having to dive in to get their bags out. And again, me sharing people getting back home. And some brothers with a lot of hair getting together. And ladies with their caricatures, our artwork from the first day. That was fantastic. Yeah, he's too big to fit into that doorway. And some little excerpts from some walking that we did, some independent walking that we did. As you can see, these photographs, these images are quite powerful and compelling. Yeah, this is me getting into the house now. This is me coming home. I love the animals. Bless them. They were going, who's this? Who's this stranger?
Oh, hello, madam. We meet again. Well, how was your trip?
Ooh, it was wonderful. Thank you very much for asking. I learned so much and met so many wonderful people.
If I can remember correctly, I remember you saying that the project was called Why Can't We All Live Together? Well, what's your conclusion?
Well, it's not that easy, really. I met a lot of wonderful people, and they were all really nice, and we got along, but it isn't really real life. I suppose the real test is when we go back home and we go back to our communities and we share our knowledge. Will that make a difference? I'm not sure, but I'm hoping that all these people that bothered to make the journey to Portugal will go back home and be inspired to make a difference in their communities. I know it certainly made a difference with me.
If there's one piece of advice that you could give to any young person or anyone out there that is having troubles and challenges in their communities with their neighbours, what would it be?
Well, there's only one piece of advice that I could give, and that would be to be your best self and to take opportunities to learn and to try and learn about different people and different cultures, and even if you don't get along with your neighbour, to try and make the best out of a difficult situation. Things can only get better because we find ourselves in really troubled times, and nothing is going to be easy, but if we all try and we try our best and we're the best versions of ourselves, there's nothing on earth that we can't achieve.
Well, this is the reverse journey from Lisbon to Wrocław via a detour, from Warsaw. And the final bits, Josephine, thank you very much. Share with us the final piece.
And that is the Erasmus Plus story, Why Can't We All Live Together, aka Return to Portugal. Ta-da!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there's a lesson to be learned here. Never listen to strange Portuguese women living in Wrocław, Poland. Ta-ta!
This is one part of a blooper reel that I wanted to keep in. The characters embrace. And we wanted to just roll it just as weird cat lady tries to get a quick smooch. But Josephine's not having any of it.